Oh. I welcome every one of us to another segment with Loaded Forex Academy. We have a special package for everyone tonight, and tonight's session is going to be amazing because we are going to share a lot of information with the community tonight, and we also have a special guest tonight that'll be here with us tonight to share more, to shed more light to trading, uh, to the market top-down analysis generally. And before that, I want to show you guys one or two things. These are the things that I lacked when I started my trading journey some years back, right? I lacked this when I started my trading journey some years back, and I didn't have access to this basic trading truth in the market. Sometimes we have to understand one thing. It is not always about the candlestick, bullish market structure, blah, 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 blah. But there are some other mindset that we need to understand or we need to acquire in this trading journey of a thing, right? But I used to hear all these things when I started years back, but I didn't take it serious until I failed for 2 years. After my 2 years of failure as a trader, that was when I went back to the reality. And I'm going to show you guys the simple guide before I bring our guest tonight. Let me share my screen. One thing you have to understand as a trader, is to accept the trading truth. Whether you like it or not, it's a must for you to accept the trading truth. And there are three people involved in the market. The first one is the patient. The first set of people is the patient trader. The patient trader, right? Then we have middleman. The middleman is the market itself. That is the middleman. Then the third person is impatient trader. There are three people involved in the market, right? The patient trader, the middleman, which is the market, and the impatient trader. Now, the work of the market as a middleman is to target or to focus 100% attention on this person here, which is the impatient trader, because the impatient traders are the one that market use as liquidity. Market takes their money and hand it over to patient trader, those that can wait for quality setup over the quantity, right? For quality setup over the quantity. These are very, very important. Patient trader, impatient trader. And a lot of traders right now, they fall into this category, impatient. And market is always after the impatient trader. Market is always after the impatient trader. Because the forex trading or the market is designed to take money from the impatient trader and hand it to the patient trader. And 90% of traders fall into this category. 90% fall into this category, right? Then only 10% of traders fall under this category. That is why that you might have this somewhere that a lot of people are not making money from trading. That is just the pure fact. Majority of traders are not making money. They are losing money. Why? Because they are not patient. So if you are not making money now, or you are consistently losing money as a trader, the solution right now is to find a way to catapult yourself from this league of impatient traders and transfer yourself to the league of patient traders, so that you can join the 10% of traders that are making money from markets. Because market's main job is to take money from the impatient traders and hand it to the patient traders. Now, what are the characteristics and the features of impatient traders? Now, whenever impatient traders are losing money, they don't want to accept the uncertainty in the market. This is the main feature of impatient trader. We have the markets, right? And then let me increase the font size. We have the market, and then we have the impatient trader around this zone here. And one thing an impatient trader will never accept is that impatient trader will always want to take money from the market. You know, traders that are not profitable, they just want to take money from the market. They want to take money. They just want to win all the time. They want to keep making money from the market. But they don't consider the other side of this trading of a thing, that it is also normal for market to also take money from the impatient trader. And markets, whenever the impatient traders are making money from the market or taking money from the market is giving little amount of money to the impatient trader, the money that will not affect the market. That is what the market is discharging to the, or is giving out to the impatient trader. But anytime that market want to start making money or collecting money from the impatient trader, then the impatient trader will lose his or her mind and give out large portion of his money or trading account to the market. That's why you see a lot of traders, they will say that they make money this week and then following week, they blow everything. They will make money for 1 month, the following month, they go back to square one again, because they are giving the large portion of their money to the market. So, and one thing you have to accept in this trading of a thing is that markets, before you can make money just have it at the back of your mind that markets will definitely take money from you before you can start making money. Like, you want to be making money, because if you are not ready to give money to the market can't give money to you. You know, when you are making money from the market is not complaining, market is not crying. Maybe for the past 2 months, 3 months, you have been killing the market, making money. Market is not complaining. Market is not putting blame on anyone. But why is it that whenever market is making money from you, taking money from you, then you start blaming the market or blaming the strategy, blaming the market makers or blah, blah, blah. Like, this is how I treat my trading. Whenever I'm right, I make sure I make as much as possible in the market. Then when I'm wrong, it is normal for me to be wrong. It's normal for me to enter wrong trade and take some losses or 1 or 2 losses. It's normal. But anytime I'm losing money, I want to ensure that I am only losing small portion of my trading account. And I must maintain my discipline, which is very, very important. This is how profitable trader or patient traders handle or treat the market. You just have to understand this thing. If you want to become a profitable trader, then you must transfer yourself to the league of patient traders, These are the people that they can wait for hours. They can wait for 1 or 2 days before they wait for that quality setup. Is it the patient or profitable trader? They focus on quality trade. They focus on quality trade. While the impatient trader, they focus on quantity. You know, they just want to take every setup. Was it not last week? I made an illustration. There is one thing that is common about local restaurants. Each time you go there, whether in the morning, afternoon time, evening time, you must see crowd there. Why? Because the food is cheap. That is quantity. But in a situation whereby you go to restaurants in a corporate environment, right? Restaurants in a corporate environment, you only see few people. If you go there in the morning, few people, afternoon, few people, evening time, few people. So what am I trying to say? You have to apply patience to your strategy. Patience to wait for that quality setup is very, very important. Trust me, I've paid for good 2 years before I started making money in trading. I will not come here and come and be lying to you. Lying. It's just the facts. You know, I blew over 30 Profem accounts. Profem is easy to trade now. When I started my trading journey, there was nothing like unlimited. You only have 30 days to pass phase 1, 60 days to pass phase 2. I blew over 30 Profem account. What's the name of this Profem that my Forex fund? Yeah, my Forex fund. I blew over 30 Profem accounts. All these things are very, very important. You have to understand that patience is very, very important if you want to stay long in this trading journey. But if you are just coming to the market, having this get rich quick mentality, then market will be using you or using your money as liquidity. Market will just be liquidating your position. Today you make money, tomorrow you blow everything. So be a patient trader who can wait for the best setup. It's not about clicking press and buy, buy and sell button all the time. It's all about waiting. It's all about waiting. The money you are looking for is hidden inside the waiting time. Only the patient trader can grab it. You understand what I'm saying? So we have a lot of secrets we want to review in tonight's session, in this webinar. Please pay attention or get a journal to start writing some vital information down. And then it's time for me to invite our guest right now. Over to you, Moscow FS.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. All right. Good evening, everyone, and I welcome everyone to today's market webinar. I'm really glad to be here tonight. Today, we are going to break down the market in a simple, strategic, and disciplined way. We'll be using the hammer-loaded set of conferences that will guide every analysis we do. So, on today, we are starting with GBP USD. And our focus today will be on the three key confluences that helps us build high probability trade setup. Before trading the market, there are some things you have to see before trading the market. And one of the first things for you to see on the market is for you to identify the direction of the market. So if you want to analyze the market, you have to make sure you understand the direction of the market, which can also be known as the market trend. And the second thing for you to look out for once you are done with the market trend is the point of interest, which is POI. Your point of interest can be either your support or your resistance. And when you are done with your resistance, the last thing for you to figure out is your entry. So now let's start from the beginning, which is identifying the market trend and direction. The easier way, first of all, you need to understand the meaning of trend and the meaning of direction in the market. So the market is made up of uptrend or downtrend. When the market is giving you conferences like a pattern like this is an uptrend. When the market is going to the downside and giving you pattern like this is a downtrend. So now let's figure out this trend on GBP USD. One of the easiest way for you to see your trend, you go to your candle here and you switch to line chart. This line chart will help you to see the overall direction of the market vividly. You can see how clearly it looks now. And by the look of this chart now, we can all agree that the sellers are currently in charge. Why? Because you can see this recent higher low was taken out by the sellers to the downside. So now we've been able to figure out our trend. The trend is downtrend, which also means that the sellers are in charge. So now we are done with the trend. The next on our list now is our point of interest, which can be your support or your resistance. And by the look of this candle here, this pair here, this recent key zone has already been taken out by the sellers, which is the recent higher high. Has been taken out by the sellers. So all you have to do now is to mark out your key zone. You mark it out like this, and then you switch back to your candle. Can we all see it? So you switch back to your candle. So now we've been able to figure out our market trend and figure out our point of interest. But for a point of interest can be your support and resistance, and is the zone where you are either buying or selling from. And this trend is a downtrend, which means that we are selling from this zone. We are selling from this zone. So now what we are expecting now in the market is for price to give us a retracement to the upper side like this, to this key zone, and then we sell to the downside. We sell to the downside. So this is our bias on GBP USD. And so far now, we've been able to figure out the direction, the trend, the point of interest, and the entry. You can see it. Once again, to summarize everything, direction trend simply means know where the market is heading to. Point of interest, all you have to do is to identify your key zone, which is the reaction zone. And for your entry, we use 30 minutes for our entry. You go to 30 minutes for your entry, 30 minutes for your entry, and you look for, we have our own AMA loaded entry conferences. We can't disclose that for today because we have to make sure we wait for the market to play as we've predicted. So that's it on GBP USD. And if you have any questions, please, you can type it in the comment section and we will reply you at the end of this class. Yeah, that's it, sir.
All right, amazing, amazing. Thank you for that beautiful session. So let's move
Okay,
on to
sir.
the second session right now. So let me share my screen. And then I believe everyone can see my screen right now. And then the next pair we want to talk about right now is USD JPY. You know, for those of us that have been following us for a very long time, by now, there's nothing, we are not hiding anything when it comes to this Forex. You understand? By now, you must have get used to our system. You know, there's a quote that I love to say all the time is if you put a Benz or a medicine Benz on the road without learning how to drive the Benz first, one thing must happen is either you crash the car or the car crash you. Let me say it again. If you buy a Benz, right, and you put the Benz on the road on express, driving the Mercedes Benz without knowing how to drive it professionally, one thing must happen. It's either you crash the car or the car crash you. And that's what is happening to a lot of traders right now. A lot of beginner traders or unprofitable traders, they are trading the financial market without learning how it works or without a guide, without a blueprint. And that's why we chose to stand out. That's why we're giving you guys the blueprint that will help you to stay consistent in this game. A blueprint that you can repeat over and over. This is very, very important. Number one, the foundation of every strategy or all strategy, either you are trading ICT, SMC, support and resistance, supply and demand, chart pattern strategy, whatever, the most important thing, you have to figure where the direction is going to. You understand? There is no pilot without direction. Once you know where you are heading to, or you know where the price action is heading to, then the job will be much more easy for you. The first thing is to understand the direction. Now, and you have to be a top-down technical analyst. You must know how to run a top-down market analysis because using a top-down market analysis will help you to see the overall direction of where the price action is heading to. Now, let's start our analysis on USD JPY by using the same blueprint that is working for us. Now, let me take the candlestick back to last week. Now, on the weekly time frame, if you look at the overall direction right here, the price action is trending to the upper side, right? If you look at this face, is a bullish market sentiment. But let's look at the candlestick that closed last week on the weekly time frame. Let's pay attention to the candlestick. You must be able to read the price action. Let the price action communicate or interpret its things to you, right? Now, if you look at the candlestick that closed last week around this zone here, if you are familiar with candlestick pattern very well, you understand that this is what we call hammer. You know, hammer closed on the weekly time frame throughout last week. And whenever you see hammer on the weekly time frame, is a powerful candlestick pattern that represents presence of buyers in the market. Right? So last week, the buyers, they bought the price action to mitigate this resistance here. They experienced a little bit of temporary defeat as a result of this resistance around this zone. Then the sellers came in, right? And they left weak rejection after they mitigated this resistance. Now, look at the next candlestick that came, that formed. It was an indecision candlestick. And whenever you see an indecision candlestick at the resistance or a key level zone, it's a sign that between the buyers and the sellers, no one is in charge of the market. Then the following week, the candlestick or the price action closed with hammer after mitigating this minor support zone on the weekly time frame. You can see the way we are running a top-down market analysis. It's not just about bullish structure, market structure. You have to understand price action anatomy. So one thing you must understand, let me tell you guys this secret. Whenever price action mitigates a zone, the first thing you must see is price is going to leave weak rejection. And that weak rejection is a sign that, okay, buyers, they are present. We have a support zone here. This is a support zone. Normally, support, the buyers, they use support, while the sellers, they use resistance. Now, at the support zone, we are expecting buyers to react. If the sellers push the price action to the support zone, we are expecting the buyers to react as well. And look at the weak rejection they left below this candlestick, at the bottom of this candlestick. And the candlestick that closed last week, it was hammer. And hammer represents a bullish reversal candlestick pattern at the support zone, which is the powerful pattern whenever you see it or recognize it or you identify it on the weekly time frame. Now let's scale down to the daily time frame. Inside our journal right now, let's put it down. Weekly time frame is bullish. That means buyers are the one controlling the market. We are heading somewhere right now. Then let's get down to our daily time frame to see what is happening. Now let's pay attention to last week market. The price action gave us a retracement phase on the weekly time frame. Looking at the price action on weekly time frame, this was just a retracement phase. But on the daily time frame, it was a short-term downtrend. Weekly was showing us a retracement phase, while this one was showing us, as at last week, it was showing a short-term downtrend as a result of this structure: lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now, the moment the price action mitigated the weekly zone, look at what happened. I said it not quite long. Whenever the price action is approaching a certain zone, either resistance or support, you must expect the other party to react. Now, look at the weak rejection. The buyers was leaving below the candlestick. weak rejection, weak rejection, weak rejection. Now, weak rejection towards this support zone is a sign that the sellers that are controlling the market, right, they are already losing the strength, losing the energy. That means that they have low, chances to break this support to the downside. Now, let's focus on the price action again. If you look at the candlestick that closed here on Thursday last week, this was indecision candlestick. And look at the volume, low volume candlestick. Look at the next candlestick that closed on Friday, which was this last week Friday, right? This was hammer candlestick. And look at the body of the candlestick, low volume candlestick. And look at the volume, the weak rejection they left below the candlesticks there. So this is a strong signal that the buyers, they are warming up to take charge of the market. But they are not finally, in charge of the market, but they are just warming up. They are just sending a signal to you as a trader that we are not fully in charge of this market, but we are just warming up to take charge of the market. Then you have to position yourself right now that since the buyers are sending a strong signals to me, then I have to exercise a lot of patience until I see the green light. It's just like in the street of Abuja right now. Whenever you encounter a traffic light that indicates green, red, is a sign for you to stop, right? But towards the end of the red light, right? The light, the traffic light is going to give you one indicator or indication that okay, it's time for you to start your car. Before, I think after the red, it show you probably yellow before the green. So if you are seeing red, it's a sign for you to exercise patience. Allow the price action to talk to you. Then the moment you see yellow, is a sign that okay, the buyers now, they are now warming up to take charge of the market. Then when you now finally see green, that is time for you to what? To execute without hesitation. These are the normal daily activities that we need to apply into our trading journey. Now, market is just showing us a yellow signal right now, yellow signal, but the buyers are not fully in charge of the market. That was why we waited throughout yesterday for price to give us this sign that buyers, they are now in charge of the market. Now, look at what happened yesterday. The price action closed with this candlestick here. Look at the body of the candlestick that started the journey after mitigating our weekly zone. Low volume, then all of a sudden, we experience or encounter high volume of buyers in the market yesterday. Now, look at the body of these candlesticks here compared to this one. This is a sign that a lot of traders were present in the market. They pumped in a lot of money yesterday to push the price action to the upper side. So this candlestick, this green candlestick, gave us the final confirmation that the buyers now, they are now fully in charge of the market. So then you have to what? Put it down inside your journal. That's why you have to have a journal, right? Journal is very, very important as a trader, right? So my daily time frame right now is what? Is bullish. You can see daily and bullish, they are moving towards the same direction. That means my sentiment is going to be more buy opportunity. Right. So if for those of us that are watching right now, this is my own journal. This is my own journal. The fact that I'm teaching you guys how to trade profitably, that was I document every of my activities. Even if I make mistake, I have to write it down inside my journal. Whenever I pass or I make money in the market, I still have to put it down inside my journal so that I can keep on repeating what is working and stop doing what is not working. You guys are not seeing trading as business, that you have to keep the record of in and out activities. Any company, tell me one company that is running their day-to-day business, that they are not keeping the record of their sales. That company is going to, or that business, in the next maybe 2-3 years, they will shut down. So you have to keep the record of your activities. Maybe whenever you execute a trade and you feel like, okay, you didn't execute this trade at the right time, put it down. That, okay, put the blame on yourself. Take responsibility that, okay, you didn't execute this trade at the right time or at the right zone. Write it down. Then what is the solution? What to do next time? Stop doing that. Avoid it. Maybe you are not patient or you over risk. Write it down. Then write the solution. Because one of the first steps that I took after my 2 years of failure is for me to figure out my problem first. I analyzed myself that Namin be the problem. It was not the market. It was not even my mentor. I was the problem because number one, I figured out the problem. I was making money, but at the same time, I was losing everything because I just want to double this money overnight without process. And anything fast without a due process don't last. So you have to keep record of everything you are doing so that you can track it, whether you are improving or you are not improving. And if you are not improving, then you have to go back to your journal or your trading plan and make some correction. So looking at what is happening right now, buyers are now the one in charge. So inside my journal right now, daily is also bullish. So if my weekly time frame and daily time frame, they are both bullish, then I don't have any business with sellers. Because the two major powerful time frame, they are heading towards the north side. And for those of us that are part of our community on Telegram, we sent out this analysis top down in the morning, whereby we are expecting the price action to come to this loaded zone. And if you look at the pattern inside this zone, let's change it to line chart. You can recognize what we call inverse head and shoulder. This is a shoulder zone, this is head, and this space is serving as unmitigated shoulder zone. We're expecting this current resistance here to push the price action to this zone so that we can take a buy opportunity. But unfortunately, the price action did not give us a retracement. But we have to accept that because that is part of the journey. You see, this same pattern, this same pattern that formed here, it was the same pattern that formed around this zone here. This was the inverse head and shoulder. This was a clear inverse head and shoulder. You always see this pattern if you can wait. And whenever you see inverse head and shoulder, my brother, my sister, right? Just keep on looking for buy opportunity. Look at another inverse head and shoulder around this zone here. This pattern represents every presence of buyers in the market. If you can recognize the pattern. And that was the same pattern like 3 times back to back. Inverse head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder. Look at another inverse head and shoulder here. So the moment I was able to identify this pattern yesterday, it gave me full confidence that this week is going to be a bizarre week. I saw this inverse head and shoulder yesterday that this is a pattern that represents every presence of buyers in the market. Then I was waiting for price as part of our loaded strategy blueprint to wait for price to retrace back to the unmitigated shoulder zone so that we can take a buy opportunity to the upper side. But unfortunately, the price action did not retrace. It's part of the game. So the fact that the price action did not mitigate this zone, should I enter here? No, I have to follow my trading plan. That's why we always call ourselves that Loaded Forex Academy, no signal, no entry. We just have to wait. The money you are looking for, the best setup you are looking for that will change your life is in the waiting time. It's going to cost you to see that setup because we know what we are looking for in the market. It's going to cost you 2 days, few hours to wait. Please wait. Stop giving your money to the market because market will never stop liquidating you, your trading capital. So look at the next candlestick that formed after this candlestick here. So now we are experiencing a rise in momentum from this low volume candlestick to high volume to another high volume. This is a sign that the buyers are strongly in charge of the market. So for us to execute this trade right now, let's spot our PO high now. Then we'll move to the second step, which is our PO high. Look at the way, now you see the way I'm walking you guys through the journey step by step. We're not just showing you that, okay, this zone, and price come here, buy, when price go to that side, sell. No, we want to walk you guys through the journey, how to be a profitable and a professional technical analyst. Number one, the skill is very, very important. Master the skill. Learn how to drive Mercedes-Benz before you put it on the road. Because if you don't learn how to drive very well, the car will crash you or you crash the car. And if you don't learn how to trade professionally, number one thing I can guarantee, you will lose. You'll be in this business for 4-5 years now, cho. You no go see anything. You sure me die. Because I was once there for 2 years. I was losing a lot of money for good 2 years. You know, I lost close relationship. I lost a lot of people. You know, some people were even discouraging me. But I told myself, no, one of my biggest motivation is my own background, where I came from. I said, no, it's too late for me to give up. It was too late for me to give. I said, I can never give up. And those that look down on me, all their picture, I save it on my phone. Every morning, I will look at it. You know, sometimes to be consistent is not easy. Sometimes, maybe when things are not going fine, going well, you're not making money, you feel this kind of, as in this low energy for you to push, you understand? But when I check their picture, I say, no. If I fail, these people will mock me. I have to put in the energy. Put in more energy. Every morning, I will check the picture of beautiful people that look down on me. Then, before I speak, I will look at their picture to give myself more motivation. Because life reality is not be Nollywood though. Say person no show you love, say person wicked you. That will not mean say bad thing will happen to that person. Oh. Success is the best revenge. If anybody look down on you or not show you love, don't take it personal. They don't owe you anything. Go and work hard, put in more effort, make sure you get results. And most of them, they are in my DM now asking for updates. Please show me this Forex, how to trade. So success is the best revenge. So you have to understand the skill for so that you'll be able to make money in this game. We have a lot of testimonies. Go to our Telegram channel, our community on Telegram, see a lot of testimonies from people. Right? So the second step, back to the second step right now, which is the PO high. You know, if the price action is trending to the upper side, that means you are working with support. And if it's trending to the downside, you are working with resistance. Now, let us try to recognize our key zone. Now, we have a key zone around this zone here that was serving as support once upon a time. Now, if you extend this key zone to the future, now price already invalidated it to the upper side, is now support right now. Now, let us try to establish another key zone. We have a present key zone around this zone here, which is the resistance. So right now, we're expecting this current resistance here to push this guy to this zone here so that we can take a buy opportunity to the upper side. That is our analysis. And if price action did not play out like this or this week, then we'll move on to the next opportunity next week. Market has been in existence over decades, 100 years, 200 years, you understand? So not be say market won't come out or won't run next week. It's all about patience. If you're unable to execute your A+ setup this week, wait till next week. You understand? So these things are very, very important. So we want the price action to mitigate it so that we can take a buy opportunity. But this place was the initial loaded zone. We're expecting this current resistance there to give us a retracement here so that we can hit the market with 4x4. Then we take this opportunity. Imagine this price action gave us a retracement to our entry zone. This will have been a banger trade. This is all about patience. So then the final confirmation to validate our sentiment, whether we are right or not, is let us look at the structure on the 4 hours time frame. You can see the price action gave us a solid structure around this zone here. High, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then a lower low. Now, our rule says that whenever the price action is trending to the downside, right, ensure that your recent lower high is protected. Price must not close above the recent lower high. And let's take the candlestick back. This place was serving as our recent. I'm coming. Let me copy this guy. Now, this zone here, if you take it to line charts, was our recent lower high on 4 hours time frame, right? And the rules is that during a downtrend, price must not invalidate this last lower high, right? So let's see what the price action, whether the price action will invalidate it or not. Now look at what the price action is doing. Price action successfully invalidated it today, right? Then see what happened. Then the price bought massively. So the recent lower high has been taken out. Then we are no longer in a downtrend anymore. Even on 4 hours time frame, if you establish your downtrend line, you can see the downtrend line has been invalidated to the upper side. Simple as ABC. So why are we making this sentiment? Another pattern you can see, you can recognize a channel like this. This is what we call bearish flag, right? You can see this flag here, then price broke it to the upper side. Now you can see that we have so many factors, so many stuff we are putting into consideration before we jump into our final bias. That's why we call it loaded zone. We don't just come to the market and start pressing bias. No. We want to ensure that all our confluences are there, are present before we take advantage of the market. And one thing you have to understand, you can do all the necessary things and still lose money. It's part of the game. That is what we call uncertainty in trading. You have to accept that. If I'm coming here live and I'm saying that I don't lose, is a lie. I'm lying to you. I'll be lying. There are times that we take loss. It's normal, because those are the fee we must pay so that market can reward us. There is no success without pain. There is no success without failure. You understand? Before you can walk as a child, you must crawl. Before you can even stand, you will try to stand, then you fall. Stand, fall. But each time you are falling, what are you going to do? You attempt again. By adjusting, by changing some knobs, putting some things into consideration, you can be consistent doing the wrong thing. Don't apply consistency while doing the wrong thing. You can be consistently doing the wrong thing for years. But each time you make a mistake, try to study why you make that mistake, learn from it, then adjust some stuff. Okay, next time I need to do this one, then take responsibility. Another mistake you must not make this coming 2026. I want to beg you, don't try to figure out Forex on your own. Trust me, don't displace the power of mentorship. You understand? Don't display the power of mentorship. You need somebody to show you the secret or to walk you through that journey. See, Forex is a suicide game. If you are trying to figure it, I was there. I did that for 2 years. Now, I dey see. Nobody tell me when I logged in. I failed 2020, 2021, 2022. I logged in that, okay, I need somebody to give me that direction. You understand? I became a profitable trader in 2023, not even long. 2022 was a wicked year. Some of my witness, they are here. Live and direct. 2022 was a wicked year, very wicked. I could remember, as a beginner, as an unprofitable trader, we were introduced to gold market. I funded $1,000. I've shared this story over and over. On gold, I raised this $1,000. No, I was just gambling. I was not trading. I gambled this money to 7,000 plus. I think 7,800 plus. Gold can give you fast money and can take it within 2 seconds. I was making money within 1 week. I raised this money. Then the following week, I was losing this money from 7,800 plus. I lost this money to 4,000. Then this confidence, this spirit enter me. I say, no, I no go gree. I say, let me increase my risk to recover this money. Then I increase risk. I lost this money until I lost this money to $70-something. I've shared this story over and over. And from I carry $1,000 to 7,800 plus. I lost it to 70 something dollar. Now that time, my eye can't open. Do you know what do you know what I did? I withdrew this money, then I went to buy food stuff. You understand? I went to buy food stuff. But I told myself I'm not gonna give up. A lot of people already looked down on me. You know, that was the time that I took flight to Asaba just because I want to go and learn trading, and I was disappointed. I said, no, it's too late for me to give up. You understand? So behind the lifestyle you are seeing on social media, there is a process you have to focus on. A lot of you guys are just carried away with the lifestyle, with the profit people are showing online, but there's process behind that thing. There are sleepless nights, there are pains, there are days they lose money before you see all those lifestyle. Don't just get carried away with the lifestyle. You have to follow that process as well. Somebody who is at 400 level, you are comparing yourself with somebody at 400 level that you are just starting your primary one. You have to trust the process. Like me, nobody can force me to fast forward my own process. It is loaded Forex Academy versus loaded Forex Academy. We are unique, we are special. That's why if you come through to our YouTube channel, you must see uniqueness, that these people, the integrity and transparency is there. It's just a matter of time. Come and check Loaded Forex as Academy in the next 5 years, the next 10 years. It's going to be a big household by the grace of God. So nobody can force me right now to start risking money that I know that, okay, I don't have the appetite for. Because somebody is posting $100,000 now, then I'll put myself under prayer. No. As I'm talking to you now, I can't risk $20,000 on a trade because the account I'm trading, my account size cannot allow me to risk that kind of money. If I'm risking $20,000 on a trade, $10,000 on a trade, and I'm gambling. But once upon a time, I was just risking $50. Once upon a time, it was $100 I was risking. Once upon a time, it was $200. Now I'm comfortably risking $2,000, $3,000 on a trade. But if I'm trading big account, like maybe $200,000 equity, $500,000, I can conveniently, comfortably risk $30,000, $40,000 on a trade because my account size we give me room to take that kind of risk. But a lot of traders right now, you guys are risking on $100 account. You are taking a risk meant for $10,000 on $100 account. Why you not go crash out? And you guys, you are seeing your performance in terms of money. You have to see in terms of percentage. If you are making, if you make 20% on $100 at the end of the month, that is like $20. 20% is incredible performance. But if you make that $20 on $100,000, same strategy, same setup on $100,000, that is going to be like $20,000. 20% on 100K will give you $20,000. 20% on 100 will give you $20. But you see that $20 is nothing. It is something. See it in terms of percentage. If you want to go far in this journey. Like me, I judge my performance based on percentage, not based on profit. So this is very, very important. So where is going to be our sentiment on USD JPY? Finally, we want the price action to give us a retracement back to this zone so that this resistance can push the price action to the downside. So let's move on to gold. Right now, the gold market is not making any sense, though the market is still trending to the upper side. If you look at the structure, high, higher, low, higher, high. But look at what is happening on the gold market right now. Let's run a top-down market analysis. Now, gold is experiencing a temporary defeat right now as a result of this resistance here. Extend it to the historical data. Then pay attention to the candlestick formation at this resistance. We have weak rejection here, weak rejection here. Right? And look at the volume of the candlestick. Low volume, low volume, low volume. And you can see that we have more of weak rejection at the top here. And then we also have another weak rejections at the bottom. Weak rejection, weak rejection, weak rejection, weak rejection. Now, this price action is sending us a strong message that between the buyers, there is a serious battle going on between the buyers and the sellers. What are you supposed to do as a trader? Gold is not giving a sweet. For those of us that are trading gold, you can testify. If you are trading gold back to back right now, trust me, you'll be losing money. because gold is not giving a stable or a steady direction because of what is happening on the higher time frame. If you scale down to 4 hours time frame, you can see that we're having a kind of like consolidation. And there are three phases of market right now. We have bearish phase, bullish phase, then consolidation phase. Whenever the price action is consolidating, just stay away from the market. Don't force it. Don't force it. Stay away from the market. It's as simple as ABC. So this is a consolidation market on the gold right now. So we just want to stay away. Stay away from gold right now until price either break to the downside to give us the direction or to the upper side to give us the direction, right? And you can always find a consolidation at the end of a trend. You can see this trend here started the journey from this support zone here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, then higher high. At the end of this uptrend, then we experience what we call a moment of rest, right? The buyers, they are resting at the moment, and the sellers, they are trying to attack the buyers. So we don't know who's going to win the battle between the buyers and the sellers. So if the price action breaks to the upper side, that means we are following the trend to the upper side, or to the downside, we are following the trend to the downside. So all these things are very, very important. Now, let me walk you guys through what we call trading journal. A lot of you guys have been hearing trading journal, but you don't know how it works. But I'm going to show you how I approach my trading with a proper and a well-structured journal tonight so that you can start applying this. And if you don't have this document, go and get it. Microsoft Excel, right? Microsoft Excel. And that reminds me before I forget, and if you are watching us for the first time and you know that the information we are passing out right now is adding value to you and is blessing your life right now, and you are gaining a lot of information, please, we will appreciate your support. Press that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell on this channel. And if you do this, it will send a strong signal to YouTube algorithm that we are providing value to the community, so that YouTube algorithm can start recommending our YouTube channel to other traders that are still struggling, right? We are committed to teach people. Our mission is to make sure that we make forex trading so easy for a lot of unprofitable traders to learn and how to trade it profitably. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share the good news to friends and family. And you can also join our Telegram community via the link below this video description. So please try to do that. That is only support we need from you. Please, 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 let's try to support by liking, subscribing, and sharing the videos to friends and family as well. So let me show you guys the trading journal. These are the things that is going to help your trading profitability. Journal is very, very important. Journal is very, very important. Let me show you my own journal. I'm going to show you how to achieve something like that. And if you look at the tab below here, you can see we have focus, we have key days, I have account 1, account 2. This is my journal on USD JPY, journal on gold. You understand? Then blah blah. So let me show you how to create your own journal as a trader. This is very, very important. Very, very important. Let me increase the font size so that you guys can see this very well. Now, this I use Excel for my trading journal, right? And the first thing, let's assume I'm starting my trading afresh, right? And I have access to a profit account of about probably $50,000. $50,000 trading account. Now, the first thing I want to ask myself is to structure myself, my trading account in a way that I can keep on playing until the odds are in my favor. So the first question I'll ask myself is that how much am I willingly to lose in the market that will not affect my trading journal? How much am I willing to lose? This is very, very important. How much am I willing to lose that will not affect my trading journal? My trading account. That is risk management. Forget about what people are saying online that risk management, risk 0.5%, risk 1%, risk 2%. No, risk management is all about the money that will not affect your sleep. That is risk management. That is proper risk management. So as for me, if I'm trading a prop firm account of $50,000, right? I will not risk more than $500. Let's assume I'm trading prop firm account. Let me just risk 1%, right? So let's assume the first trade I'm taking is 20 pips stop loss. So let's calculate it. I'll be risking just $500 on this account. Then the next second step right now, since I've figured out my risk appetite, which is the first step, then I have to go to my trading journal, then to structure it. Every prop firm account will give you 8%. You need 8% to pass phase one. 8% phase one. So for those of us that are trading prop firm, this is how to structure a prop firm account. At the end of tonight's session, you are going to achieve a lot of stuff and your mindset is going to change. Now, every prop firm will give you 8% target to pass phase one. And then my risk appetite is just $500. That is the amount of money I can afford to lose comfortably, conveniently, right? Now, the third step right now, the second step right now is to ask myself, how many trades am I going to take? How many trades will I take? Or how many setups will help me to achieve this 8%? If I'm risking 1%, that means I need to take 4 good trades. So let me write it down. I need 4 good trades. 4 good trade where, then trade 3, then trade 4. I need 4 good trade. And what is going to be my risk? I have to define my risk. Let me define my risk. So this one is going to be my serial, then my risk. So I have to define my risk, then my target, which is my profit. So since I'm risking $500 per trade, so this is going to be $500. So let me just put 1%. I'm risking 1% per trade because I want you guys to be thinking in terms of percentage, not money. So I have 4 good trades. This is 1. That means I need to take quality setup, 4 quality setup. So each time I'm right, then what is going to be my target? So my target will be 2%. At least I need to make a minimum of 2% from the market. So if I'm making 2% on each trade, on each risk, so 4 good trades, just 4 good trades will help me to pass my 8% phase one without stress. Can you see the way this is what we call trade management, trade journal, and trading plan. You understand? You have to understand this thing very well. A lot of you guys, we just buy prop firm, then the next day you start trading it without planning it. You have to plan how to trade your account. You understand? Like as a man, let's say you have 30,000 naira as a man, there must always be a plan how you are going to spend that money for that day or for that week to survive or to manage the money, or either as a bachelor or as a married man. So same thing applicable when it comes to trading. You have to plan it. Okay, if I can focus on 4 quality trade, let me write it out. 4 quality. I'm not saying quantity. 4 quality trade. I'm going to pass my 8%. Risk 1%, target 2%, minimum of 2%. Sometimes I can make 3%, ratio 1 to 3. Right? Minimum of 2%. 4 trades will give me 8%. Then, in a month, we have 20 trading days in a month. This is how I structure my trading account. We have 20 trading days. A lot of unbeginner traders, they focus on all the 20 days. They just want to be trading every day. You want to trade gold every day. You want to make money every day. But in between these 20 trading days, there are quality days. There are days that will give you a quality setup. Why can't you wait for that days? Now, if 4 days is going to give you 4 quality setup, why can't you focus on those 4 days and execute your quality trade? Then you achieve your target. Like I said, you have to learn how to choose quality over quantity. And if you are taking a quality trade, you will not see setup every day. You will not see setup every hour. Because what I'm saying, I have been there, I've experienced it. When I was trading back to back, every blessed day, I want to trade gold. Because I started trading gold, BTC. I was trading boom, boom, boom. For 2 years now, I was not profitable. I've been there. It was then I sat down and I analyzed myself that I need to start doing the opposite of what I was doing before. So I've been trading every blessed day, 5 trades in a day, 4 trades in a day. For 2 years, I was not profitable. Then, okay, if I've now focused on quality trades, let me see how far I can go with that within the space of 3 months. That was what I started with beginning of 2023, January 2023. I started focusing on quality trades. Sometimes in a week, I can take 2 trades. Sometimes in a week, I might not see trades. I'll wait. Because out of 20 trading days, I know that the 20 trading days, I'm going to see days that will give me quality setup. Then I want to wait for those quality setup. You must learn how to structure your trading account. This thing is going to help you a lot. Don't just buy Profem and start trading it without a plan. Because you go buy Profem tire. I blew over 30 Profem. You know, I don't know if you guys know, you can still remember my Forex fund, one of the popular Profem trading back then, before they closed the company, right? So you have to structure your account. So I just want to focus on quality setup only. This is very, very important. So if I'm making 1% here to target 2%, 1% here, second trade to target 2%, that's 4 trades. Then the third one 6%, fourth one 8%. And let me show you a practical example. Let's go to GPBUSD. We are heading towards the direction. Wow. You can see a big kudos to Moscow FS, our guest tonight. You know, he did a fantastic analysis on GPBUSD. You know, price is already approaching the zone right now. It's approaching the zone. That is one thing you have to understand. Loaded Forex Academy Blueprint is just the best. Easy to understand. So a big kudos to Moscow FS. Thank you for that amazing analysis. So let's move on to a top-down market analysis. Now, let me take you guys to the month of October. Let us try to apply this stuff here. This is the month of this is October, then this is January, November. Let me change this guy to this. Let me change the color as well. Then this is October. Then this is what? This is November. So this is a 1 month trading range, right? This is a 1 month trading range right now. So then I want to focus on quality trades. So let's start with this day 1 now, right? In the month of October, this is day 1. What is the trend? If we are using the blueprint formula, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And the price action says that if the price did not break above the recent lower high our trend is still valid. So you have to protect your last lower high so that you'll be able to understand the current trend as well. This is very, very important. Now, let's try to apply this right now. Price just mitigated our zone, right? These are resistance zone here. Price just mitigated it. Now, let's scale down to 30-minute time frame, which is our entry time frame. And whenever price action mitigated our zone, what are the things you have to pay attention to? Number one, if you are watching us for the first time, we've done like a couple of videos on how to execute your position with entry confirmation. You can go to our YouTube channels and watch those videos, but I may not be able to go deeper into that. Now, towards inside our zone here, can you see volume reduction, weak rejection, weak rejection, weak rejection, right? And the overall direction on the daily time frame is bearish. Then we have something we call CTB to guide our decision. So what are we doing right here? We are waiting for price action to break our CTB before we execute the trade. So let's see whether we're going to see a bearish candlestick to close below this CTB. Now we have, okay, price is yet. We need a strong bearish candlestick to close it. We are taking our first trade right now in the month of October. Now we have a bearish breakout. Now, today is Thursday. We're able to see our quality setup, our loaded setup on the 2nd of October 2025. Now, let's execute this trade right now. Then we are putting our stop loss above here. Then where is going to be our target? Remember I said we are targeting ratio 1 to 2. Sometimes you can target ratio 1 to 3, right? It depends. But as a beginner, you are just starting. Maybe you've blown a lot of account and you've lost confidence. Just set up a rule for yourself inside your trading journal. So you only want to target ratio 1 to 2. That is 2 risk to reward, 2 RR. Set whatever rules you are setting for yourself inside your journal. You must discipline yourself. Ensure you follow it. Very, very important, right? So now we're executing our trade right now. We've seen our execution, and if we lose the trade, fine, we'll move on to the next opportunity, right? Quality or nothing. So let's scale down to the 1 hour time frame so that we can play the candlestick. Now let's see what the price action is doing right now. You can see that the price action is heading towards our TP level now. One thing you have to understand, price will not move towards your direction all of a sudden, right? Price retraces back to our stop loss zone. Now price is back to our take profit zone right now. So price is back to our, what's it called? Stop loss zone. One thing you must understand, this money you can afford to lose so that this ups and down in the market will not, tempt you to close your trade. Whenever you over risk or you take a risk you can't afford to lose, you'll be bothered as a result of this ups and down in the market. Market will not just enter your TP. Market will sell, go back, sell, right? So, but you have to believe in your strategy, in your blueprint that you're using. And if you want to use loaded Forex blueprint, just repeat the blueprint over and over. Do that for 3 months. You'll be profitable. Go to our Telegram community. You see a lot of testimonies there. We are changing the face of the Forex trading in this industry. Now, price action smashed our TP. Now, 2% smashed. You understand? 2% smashed. So let us put it here. So our targets achieved. So we have to put it there. We just achieved our target. We've made our first 2% right now. So we are left with 6%. So let's go back to our daily time frame and run another top-down market analysis. Now, what is currently happening on what's it called? On the daily time frame right now, the sellers are still the one in charge of the market. We have our swing low, swing high, swing lower low. Then what is the next thing you have to do as a professional trader? Protect your last swing high. Price must not trade above it. So let's see what the price action is doing. Then where is going to be our PO high our POI is going to be inside this resistance zone. So let's see what the price action will give us. Now, price action mitigated our zone here. So let's get down to 30-minute time frame. Now, before we get this second quality trade, how many days? Between these days, there are quantity setup. It is possible for us to be trading every day, but in the long run, you will not be profitable. You will make money and still lose it. You understand? But quality setup will give you high opportunity in the market for you to stay relevant or keep playing the game over and over, right? Now, how many days? We closed the trade here on the 8th of October. So then let's wait. We waited for how many days? Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Now day 6. We waited for 6 good days to see another quality setup before price action comes back to our zone. Between these 6 days, do we have quantity setup? Yes. Do we have some other setups that we can execute? Yes, but we prioritize quality over quantity. 6 good trading days, because I've structured my trading account, my profit account, that I only want to take 4 setup, and those 4 setup must be 4 days inside my 20 trading days in a month. Then I have to wait. So let me tell you guys the honest truth. Patience is not easy. Don't think patience is easy. Patience to wait is not easy, but you have to force yourself. You need to be under the guidance of someone to teach you how to apply patience in trading. But if you are trying to apply patience on your own, you will fail. And trust me, it's not a course, but it's just a fact. You need to be under the guidance of someone to show you the blueprint you need, like to have that mindset, to acquire the mindset of a patient trader so that you can become a profitable. This is very, very important. Now, we waited for 6 good days before we see another quality setup. It is better for me to wait. Then let's get down to our entry time frame. By now, I don't want to talk much about our entry confluences. You understand? Now, let's establish our zone here. We have our counter trend line here. So if you take, what's it called? If you take this guy down, price just invalidate our counter trend line to the downside. Can you see it here? Then we execute our trade there. Then we position our stop loss there. Then, as a beginner, if you are trading your profit, maybe you are still losing money, you've lost confidence, you've lost hope, start with ratio 1 to 2. Don't target more than 2 risk to reward. Then let the trade play out. Allow the trade to play out. So let's see what is going to happen, whether we're going to lose this trade. Even if we lose this trade, we still have 1% left, because in our previous setup, we make 2%. So let's see, the trade is already heading towards our direction. Boom, smashed. Another 2% achieved. 2% achieved. But had it been, let's say, if I'm the one trading account like this, you understand, I can still hold it down. This is like ratio 1 to 3. But using this illustration because of the unprofitable trader that are watching me right now, or struggling traders right now that are not making money. You've blown a lot of money. You've lost a house rent, your children's school fees, your everything. You've lost it. You understand? You need to unlearn first and relearn again so that you can get access to, a profitable way or a profitable method to trade your trading. You understand? So now we've achieved our second goal. Then let's see where we're going to see another setup. Remember, I was explaining, I believe that you guys are familiar with this pattern. This is what we call head and shoulder. You can see a clear head and shoulder here now. Let's change the line chart. You can see it here. This is a clear head and shoulder, right? And the price action is still giving us a strong, very structure. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So, and this place now is now serving as our protected high. So we are still looking for sell opportunity. Sell opportunity. So let's keep on playing the candlestick. Now, this place is going to serve as our zone here. We want the price action to come to this zone to mitigate loaded zone so that we can take sell opportunity. So let's play the candlestick. Now, we are waiting for how many days right now? Day 1, no setup. Let's see day 2. This is the day 2 now, no setup, but price action already mitigated our zone. Let's get down to 30-minute time frame, which is our entry time frame. I will not talk much about our entry confirmation, right? So let's establish our CTB. We can establish a strong CTB right here. Then let's allow the price action to mitigate our zone. Then boom, woof, price already left. So let me take it back. Let me take this guy back. Now, price invalidated our CTB right now. Then we are positioning our stop loss above here. Then we are targeting just ratio 1 to 2, simple as ABC. So let's play the candlestick. Boom, smash. Price smash our TP. Then we achieved another 2%. Can you see? Focusing on quality trades, we have been able to achieve 6%. You understand? If you are trying to do this thing that I just, it's very simple now, right? But you can't do it on your own. You need to be under the guidance or under the mentorship of somebody, a genuine someone. After this class, just go online. Go and look for somebody to mentor you. You can't do it alone. I want to beg you. Don't try to figure Forex alone. It's a suicide game. You will lose. You can't win. But you need somebody to show you the secret. And if you are looking for someone to show you the secret, these are the factors you must put into consideration. Number 1, you need somebody who is reliable, somebody that is reachable. Because when I started, I paid one guy. I don't want to mention his name. Mentorship. After I paid, he's not reachable. You go message tire. Nobody go reply you. You understand? I message tire. You understand? I have this question. Nobody will reply you. You don't pay money. So you need somebody that is reachable, somebody you can send message to, right? And that person will respond, will be there. You understand? You need to belong to that mentorship community. We are entering 2026 now. Don't try to figure out Forex on your own in 2026 because you will not be profitable. Try to be under the guidance of someone and get access to quality trading information. And we've spent a lot of time right now. This is like 1 hour, 21 minutes. So I'm tired right now. So I think it's time for question and answer session. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section so that we can solve it together. If you have any question, drop it so that we can solve it together. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ayewa. Great work. Please keep it up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, if you have question, drop it. From Son of Emish, thank you very much for this teaching. Who else can show the secret apart from you? You are reachable and the best. Which program do you use? Do you recommend? You can buy Funded Next. They are reliable and they pay trader as well. You can buy Funded Next or FTMO. So thank you for that. And if you have question, drop it. From Mrs. Pips, I just subscribed today. Do you have a Christmas special for your VIP? Today is my first time. How do you stack up your trades? Okay, right now we are not running a promo. We are not running promo right now, but you can join our Telegram community so that you can be updated on our posts and our stuff. So that's that. And then, do you have any question? Okay, Mr. Afafa from Gobe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Drop your question. Okay, I can see a question right here now. What is the difference between resistance and support with demand and supply, which is better? Well, support and resistance and demand and supply, they are similar. They are similar, you understand? Because support is just like a zone. Let me show you my chart. Now, when you talk about supply and demand, is when you are talking about, we are dealing with other block in the market, right? When you are dealing with other block. So if it's supply and demand, this is a supply zone. You can see this other block here. This is a bullish order block. This was the last candlestick the buyers sold or the market makers bought before these majors move to the downside. So this is a supply zone. You can see that the price action went there to mitigate it. So the same thing is resistance. Resistance is just like a zone for you to mark zones that price reacted sometimes ago. So where are the zones here? Then price action reacted around this zone here, right? Price reacted here, price reacted here. So what I want to do right now as a trader is to mark all these zones, right, as my resistance, simple as ABC. They are similar. Then price action came back again, same thing. So supply and demand and support and resistance, they are almost the same thing. Nothing special about that. So I think I'm able to answer that question, Mr. Kayode or Nadipe. Then any other question? So my question is from Goat Farm is why looking for my POI, should I look for the weak rejection of the current candle that just printed, or should I go back to the previous days or week? No. You know, when you run your top-down market analysis, either you are using daily or weekly time frame, you understand, depending on the type of trader you are. If you are a day trader, focus on weekly daily time frame. If you're a swing trader, focus on weekly time frame. That's why in our academy, we teach our students, our VIP, we teach our students all styles of trading. We teach our students how to swing trade, how to day trade, and how to scalp. You'll be the one to choose the style that suits your personality. But if you are a day trader, focus on day trading, daily time frame, then use 30-minute time frame or 15-minute time frame for your execution. So your weak rejection, whenever price action comes to loaded zone, then focus on weak rejection, volume reduction, change of structure, then CTB breakout. Those are the things you need. So that is that, Mr. Goodfarm. Then any other question? Mr. Larry Cool, amazing man from Akure. Thanks for tonight's class. You break it down to our knowledge. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And then Mr. Kwamena. Thank you, sir. You are welcome. You are welcome. So any other question? Okay, someone is asking another beautiful question. Maria, what do you mean by we have to protect our zone? Okay, I didn't say we have to protect our zone. You have to protect your highs, your structure in the market. Let me break it down. In a situation whereby the price action is trending to the downside, this is a downtrend market. Your duty as a trader is to recognize your recent high. This place was serving as recent high before the creation of this recent high. So now the rules is that during this downtrend market, price action must not trade above it. In a situation whereby price action trade above it, that means that the trend is no longer valid anymore. Buyers are now back in the game. So you have to change your direction from downtrend to bullish market. That is what I mean by you have to protect your recent high. The same thing applicable when it comes to bullish market. Higher high, higher low, then higher high. So during this bullish market, where is your recent low? It must be protected. Price must not trade below it, right? If price action trade below it, that means that the trend is about to change to the downside. So that is what I am talking about, right? So the trend must be protected. Now, let me do a little bit of example right now. If you look at this structure right now, we have high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So definitely this place is our recent lower high, which must be protected. Price action can give us a retracement like this, then continue to the downside. But if price action invalidate this guy here, that means we are no longer in a downtrend anymore. So let's play the candlestick. You can see the price action is still trading. We're only looking for sell opportunity. And let's see what the price action will offer us. And price action just created a recent high right now. So this place is no longer our recent high. Now we have a recent high now that must be protected. So price must not trade above the recent high. So let's continue whether our trend is still valid. Then unfortunately, the price action invalidated the recent high. Price just closed above it now. So this downtrend is no longer valid anymore because the recent high has been taken out. Simple as A, B, C, D. Now look at what happened. Then the price action is now trending to the upper side. You know, we sent out this signal. We check our Telegram community. We sent out this signal. We bought this market from here to this zone, right? So we waited for the quality setup and we executed without hesitation. I hope I'm able to provide solution to that. If I'm able to solve that question, please drop a comment. Miss Maria 5431. I think you asked this question. What do you mean by we have to protect our zone? Not our zone. We have to protect our recent high or recent low, depending on the trend we are trading. So another question, what if there is manipulation of the protected zone and it reverses? Well, as far as loaded Forex Academy is concerned, we don't believe in manipulation. The most important thing is that if price change, there is what we call uncertainty in the market. Price is going to eat your stop loss. It's normal. You can do all the necessary things, you will still lose money. It's a fee you must pay. You can't escape it. You understand? So based on the question you just asked right now, price did not manipulate. Price just changed the structure, right? And if you look at what happened here, this was the last high during this downtrend market. Then price just changed the structure, right? So price just changed the structure by taking it out. Then price did what? Retested it, then price bought. Simple as ABC. Simple as ABC. Any other question? Okay, Miss Maria, thank you, sir. Okay, amazing. Amazing. Another question, please, how to know my POI where the price action will reach before reverse? We've solved this. We've solved this over and over. Do you know what you're going to do? Click the link below this video description to join our Telegram community. Then when you enter our Telegram community, you are going to get access to our official WhatsApp number. Send a message to us. We're going to send you a video that you can watch. It will help you to understand this. So if I should start answering this question right now, and this is almost 10 p.m. So please do that. Send us a message copy our WhatsApp number on Telegram. Then send us a message. We'll send you a video. Then any other question from Amzat Bola Wisdom? Lodefes, you are amazing. I came across one of your videos on YouTube this month, and ever since I've been hungry for more. It's a privilege to join tonight's session. Well done. Keep your integrity. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. We appreciate. And please don't forget to support us as well. See, one thing I want to tell you guys, let us grow together. Don't wait until we get to the premium zone. If we get to the premium level, you'll be using gold to look for us. You understand? Now that you have access to this quality, then let us grow together. Let's build this vision together. Let us learn together. Let us make money from this forest together. Then try to support the movement, the vision as well. Like our video, subscribe to the channel, then share the good news to friends and family. Let's grow together. Let's build together. And then trust me, 2026 is going to be an amazing year. We're going to impart a lot of traders and in a profitable way by the grace of God. Then another Loaded as always, thanks and keep it up, bro. 2026, no more. Amazing, Mr. Efedayo. No more cho. Amazing. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I love that. Then another from Mr. Yuku Yukun. Awesome webinar as always. Thank you, thank you. That means you are being part of our community. Thank you, thank you. I think there are no more other questions. Okay, so thank you guys for coming tonight, and you can get access to this webinar on our YouTube. We're going to upload it so that you can watch it again and again and try to apply all the secrets and also try to monitor the analysis our guests analyzed for us tonight. Moscow FS, thank you for coming tonight. Good job. And also follow the trading plan, profitable mindset secrets we just shared with you guys tonight. So thank you for coming. Please share the good news with friends and family. And if you are interested to be part of our Telegram community, click the link below this video description and be part of a supportive community that is working hard to make sure you succeed in this trading journey. See you next week, Tuesday.